game one influence you on who wins this match? Is game one crucial, or is it really going to be a duke it out the whole series, anyone could come back sort of deal?
For me, I think it's going to be a duke it out the whole series. Anybody can come back at any point, sort of deal. It's going to be very close, I think, between these two teams, especially with the sub coming in. But yeah, that really was what hurt us yesterday and why we lost. Vinny, also known as Chalky Milkshake on stream, couldn't make it to our game yesterday, and that's kind of the reason that we ended up losing that one, is because we just didn't have the same type of team chemistry without him on the field. And I think we could see that come in here and be the reason that the Admirals lose their first game. But right off the bat, 23 seconds in, it's going to be the Admirals with the first goal.
Yeah, Tristan got a little lost in the sauce there on the defensive back wall, and this is, again, a game where we talked about it with the Owls. They couldn't afford to play bad. They had to play their best Rocket League versus a team like the Trojans, who, even when they're struggling, are a good team. Same sort of deal. Admirals, even when they're struggling, down a player, you got to play your best Rocket League. So misses like that, you're going to have to clean up. It's okay. It's to start it off, but you're going to have to clean it up going forward.
That's definitely true, and I think we will see that come out as this series go on. The players get more comfortable on stream, and so far this thing been pretty one-sided. A lot of that possession coming into this blue half. Now look to break out here. Xavi taking it up the wall. Going to look for a pass across. Puts it off the backboard. Read by Hydroxide, though, kept in that corner. Luco going off the wall. Well read. Sent across. But nobody there. And Vulcan going to get it back out to the side wall. Xavi going to look for the pass. Not going to connect on it, though. Hydroxide going to get clear for the Admirals. The pass across. Xavi tips it down. And that's going to get the zone clearance here. Neutrino going to try and send it back in. Hydroxide gets a touch on it. Is it enough to keep it in? The answer is no. Tristan going to look to get it across. Whiff from Vulcan could have been bad. Space made by a bump in midfield. This one back out in front here. Tristan gets a weak shot, and Vulcan going to be able to clear it here. That a pretty decent possession, though, Medic, for this Wizards team to try and get their offense going early.
It was. Neither team has really solidified an offensive possession yet. That was about the closest we had saw coming out there from the Wizards, where they just consistently shoot it. And we talked about on the desk, to beat a team like the Admirals, you've got to push them to their limits. Put them on defense, make them uncomfortable. That's a really good shot coming out, just not quite able to find it for Tristan. But, the other aspect of that is you don't have to force things, and there it felt like Tristan did, and so he puts that one a little too weak forward and ends the possession. But still, Wizards surprisingly looking really good to start, and I don't mean surprising as in they're not a good team. What I mean is we do see some of the struggles of the Admirals to maintain a consistent offense. You really need to punish that if you're the Wizards, right? And so far, they've not quite been able to do it, we're already halfway through the game. Only a goal been scored, both teams. I think the one that finds their offensive rhythm first will be the one to win it. That's a beautiful save from Xavi, because Hydroxide slotted that in perfectly to keep that team within one.
He picked that corner, and it was just not enough, but Hydroxide, after 5 shots from him individually in this game, going to find the back of the net on the Admirals' 9th. Not going to give him that 2-goal lead, and that is definitely a big one here for the Admirals as well. Had some possession come back their way, go back on the offense, and are able to score in a way that this team was not able to for the Wizards. And with 2 minutes left, the comeback now needing to happen. Not a position that the Wizards wanted to be in, but one they found themselves in and are going to have to work out of.
Yeah, I mean, as time ticks away, we saw some opportunities come out for them. It's not impossible. You've still got a minute 40, but you're going to have to start maintaining a lot of offensive presence. And it looks like the Admirals have started to pick it up, particularly with their midfield control, doing a really good job of just working this ball. Maybe not always on the offense, but enough that it's just impossible for the Wizards to get anything started. Still, you basically need to score within the next 20 seconds, I would say. An opportunity here as a miss comes out, but Neutrino has no boost to get to that. Tristan, though, with the shot. Hydroxide, great save, popping it up. Still, ball floating. Xavi opportunity, gets the 50. This has either got to get cleared or got to get shot, and the clear comes through, and that might be all she wrote for game one for the Wizards.
That could be that possession, one they needed to capitalize on. They just can't quite do it there. And with 1 minute now on the clock, Down by 2. It's looking like a very dire situation for the Wizards, and being shut out here in game 1, definitely not the way they would have wanted to start this thing off. And we'll see if they can get one here for the road, or maybe even 2. We can see in overtime here, Hydroxide with the possession, though, for the Admirals, looking for the double tap, not going to find it. This one goes just by Balkan. Xavi pushing this back into the corner. Looks for the possession, not able to find it. Luco goes up and over, keeping the possession for the Admirals. Vulcan off the backboard. 1-2 play with Luco, but it's not going to find its way through. Neutrino tries to center it. A double commit goes off the post. Xavi shot. Not going to find the back of the net. This one close to. It's the post again. And they're not able to get a goal for the road here. Admirals get the 2-0 shutout in game 1. A big momentum builder for them.
Yeah. You know, as someone who predicted the Wizards, that game did not inspire a lot of confidence in me. So, first of all, for the Wizards, you never, except maybe one time, made the Admirals feel pressure. You never held the ball enough. You never got that offensive pressure started. So it felt like the Admirals, they had some cracks in their armor, but consistently the Wizards were just like, here you go, have the ball back. Let's get it rocking. I'm not sure why Tristan is in. I know he's your dark horse, but statistically he's the worst player on the Wizards, and I would like to see Pope in, who is statistically one of the best. I just think that maybe they would look better, look a little faster, because they looked a little flat-footed this game. The Wizards, you've got to get more possession of the ball. Like possession as in keep the ball close to your car so you can take more 50s. You can win more balls. You can make the Admirals feel uncomfortable. They already should feel uncomfortable not having replays in there, but credit to the Admirals. They came out. They did what they needed to do. Hydroxide actually stepped up great this game, led his team to the dub. If they continue to do so and the Wizards continue to play like that, I think we see a 3-0.
We very well could. They had to make more saves, and they got on shots. 7-6 for them in that category too. So not looking super hot on the offensive side of things. So hopefully they can pick it up a little bit here in game.
Keep Tristan in. So this is going to be interesting. He's got to step up. You said it, but not just from that standpoint. He had made some of the big mistakes last game. Obviously, the first goal of the series because of his backboard mistake. So if you're going to keep him in, I just would like to see him step up a little more. Good demo from him. There you go.
That's a good way to get back into the play if you're him, and a little bit of confidence booster. Sadly, nothing came of that opportunity, though, but a great one made by Tristan there. On the other side of things, Vulcan looking for the pass across, but Xavi able to get a nice clear up midfield. Going to be banged back out. Not quite, actually. Tristan going to keep this one in. Looks for a pass. Gets 50'd hard. This one back over that center line in possession. Going to go the way of the Admirals. Xavi, good catch on the walls. Tries to stay with the ball. He's at 0, though. Gets a shot off the wall. The pre-flip from Tristan doesn't hit. Neutrino goes off the post. Oh, no.
And they're still searching for their first goal of the series. So many opportunities this game and last game. So many sidewalls. It looks like that.
Oh. Yeah, he shut us both up with that one. That was... Oh, Luco.
That's just crippling for mental of the Wizards.
Oh,
you had an opportunity to score, you missed it, and then they take it all the way back downfield and score on you instead.
With a double tap, nonetheless, in Indy. Like, that's tough, man. That's just okay. But nonetheless, another goal on the board here for the Admirals, and that definitely has to feel bad. And the offense going to need to pick it up a gear here if you're the Wizards.
Yeah, and again, they give the ball away. The Admirals move it downfield, and then they just keep popping it. And what is this delay? The delay to take the ball from the Wizards is uninspiring. To beat a team like the Admirals, and I know this is Indy, so you maybe are not as comfortable with possessing the ball, but this extreme lack of possession, these pops downfield that are just the hardest hit you can find and the hardest 50, and just get it out of my half please mentality, is just not going to work. It's just not. And it's just not worked for the Wizards so far. And they have to transition to a better style of play. Work with each other, possess the ball, pass the ball, get something going. Even maybe some demos, right? Open things up. Something's got to change for the Wizards. If they don't make the change, it's not going to work. Now, that's a really good bump, but who's there to shoot it? No one! Again! And so the Wizards try and fail on a good opportunity.
Yeah, it seems like the Wizards, from personal experience, seem to be falling into a little bit of the same mindset kind of inaccuracy as we did yesterday in our game, and it seems to be why these guys are losing. And we found it particularly hard to get out of that, but also we're not able to score goals on the counterattack like Tristan did there. And as a guy who needed to step up, like you said, that's a pretty well-placed shot for an indie defense to
It's a
try and
beautiful
get
shot,
to.
but it's a better pass. It's finally what I was talking about. Xavi, instead of banging that ball downfield, which it looked like he thought about, he dump passes it down to a teammate with so much field space. It was incredible. And Tristan was just like, sure, I got top right corner, easy peasy, right? That's what you want to see more of if you're the Wizards. That working together, quit giving the ball away sort of mental. It was a beautiful play, and I hope we get to see more of it from them.
And we will see if that happens. This pass out in front. Decent one, but a good coverage there by the defense, not allowing a quality shot to come off. Tristan
Gave the ball away again.
touch, but like you said, they gave the ball away. They end up getting possession out of it. We'll see if they can keep this play going. Tristan whiffs. Is anybody back? Xavi trying to get there. That shot going to be off from Hydroxide, though. I think he might have gone for the pass instead. This one off backboard. Good read by Xavi. Neutrino also double committing on that one. Unfortunate Tristan whiffs. And now we're going to see the Admirals try and take control here. Nothing doing. The back pass a little risky, but it ends up working out. Hydroxide can't clear the ball, and now we see the Wizards come back, get a little bit of offense. The double demo from Vulcan gonna absolutely shut that down as soon as it started, though.
That was incredible. It buys so much time for their team to reset, because that was dangerous. That was a ball floating. Luco was awkward, and Vulcan's just like, I got you, fam. Don't even worry about it.
And now they score.
Oh my god. And then he scores. Then he's like, I can do it on both ends. I can go kill them all, and then I can come down field and just kill them by scoring on them. Whatever I need to do. And credit to Hydroxide, though. Great pass, great heads-up awareness to not just, well, I want to go 50 this. I want to pass this center where he's got Vulcan for the shot top right Billy.
That's a beautiful play. And that's going to give him the 1-goal lead, too. That's big here for the Admirals. If they can go up 2-0 in this series, I do not see how the Wizards' mental is going to help them down the line, especially after that goal. Vulcan second on this team with a 1.23 goals per game, and that a beautiful one to add to that stat total. The Wizards find themselves on defense again. 45 seconds on that clock. Can they do it? They need to get out of the zone. Xavi looking to get that clear. It's not powerful enough. Neutrino went up for that as well. The defense so awkward, and Luco taking advantage of it, puts him up by 2. Just 32 seconds on that clock.
And again, the double commit. Neutrino starts to go up the wall. Xavier's already up. He can't get the clear, and he pops it straight in front of his own net. Nobody's there. Easy as you like, Admirals take it. This has been a game of Wizards mistakes. The Admirals, credit to them, they're hanging in there and they're playing solid Rocket League, even missing their quote-unquote best player. I'm very impressed by what I see from their backup strings and Vulcan in particular. But I am a bit disappointed in the Wizards right now, and I think they are disappointed in themselves right now. You know, they were built to me as this really good team. Maybe I underestimated them, but there's just so many unnecessary mistakes coming out from them right now that they have so much they need to change, I think. And now you're going to go down 2 in the series. Reverse sweep time. Can they do it? I don't know.
Doesn't seem likely, but we've seen more unlikely things happen on this stream. That pass across is good. Hey, there's one for the road. Xavi gonna score at 0 seconds. Brings it back within 1 with literally 0 time on the clock. So this game going to be done at 3-2, and they're going to go down 2-0 in the series. But hey, that's one for the road. Maybe a little confidence builder there. But we'll see how that carries over into Game 3, and it is reverse sweep time for the Wizards.
Yeah, So first of all, Xavier's been the shining light for the Wizards. He has performed well on both sides of the field. He's helped his team out of many a jam. I think that I typically don't advocate for subs after 2 games in a series. I think that you start to get some, like some momentum with your team, and then to do that, it's going to destroy it. But I do think that Wizards need to change something, and it doesn't look like they really know how to make that gameplay transition right now without making such a thing as a drastic sub. And I really would like to see a sub come in. Again, Holy Pope, one of their best players. I truly don't understand why he didn't start this series. I think that could help you out. Admirals, nothing fancy other than the double, obviously, by Luco, which was incredible, but really just solid Rocket League. It's very encouraging to see from a top-tier team to see that. Really impressing me so far with that solidity. Not out of the sky if you're the Wizards. The games have been close, but something has got to change.
Only 4 shots for the Admirals in this one, too. Able to get 3 goals off of that. And that looking pretty good for them here as we head into a do-or-die Game 3. And it doesn't look like they are going to make a change, which is interesting.
Then you got to make the change on the field. You got to change your gameplay. You got to, no more double commits. Work together as a team, can possess the ball more, get some passing going. You have the potential. We saw some of the passes come through and looked really good. You just got to get more of them and suffocate this Admirals team.
If you're not going to make, that very dangerous from Luco, it ends up working out. I don't know how that happened, but okay.
Oh, opportunity?
Again off the post.
Oh,
that is chaos in the first 20 seconds here.
Oh my.
Yeah, that's about it. Just that save barely going in, the shot off the post. And now a good chance here for Luco to get the first goal of this game. Tristan going to be able to get that touch save. He's going to have to follow up. He's up early, though. Nice play. Maybe he has another touch.
He needed like 12 more boosts.
He needed like 2 more boosts in order to get there. Inches. In order to be able to get the contact on that one. Could have fooled the defense. And like you mentioned, you think the personnel change might have been needed, but if they're not going to make that personnel change, they got to make some gameplay changes. Savvy getting that demo on what seemed to be the man in position to get those demos on the offensive side of things, though, shutting that down. Vulcan gets one back, though. Neutrino going for the solo play off the backboard. Doesn't have support, though, unfortunately enough. And this game going to stay tied through the first minute and a half.
Yeah, I mean, it's been good pressure from the Wizards, but what has it amounted to? Nothing. Like one okay shot that ends up going off the corner, right? I think that the Wizards, there's a good opportunity here, finally coming through. This is what I wanted to see from them. These passing plays are phenomenal. They work, but you got to keep them up. So this is a really good heads-up play. Tristan to Neutrino, buries it in the corner. Heads-up play. They got to do more of that if they want to come back and reverse sweep this series.
Getting props for that play in chat from Luco as well. And that's a huge first goal for the Wizards here. Be able to go up 1-0 in this game and try and keep that streak going. Savvy tries to pounce a pass. Not going to go, though. Pounced off to the side. Zavy alone. Nobody really back here. Awkward ball, but it's off net.
Gotta sink them if you're going to do that. Gotta sink them. You're up 1, but that could have been crucial, right? Maybe you didn't know it was open. And again, a wide hit. I mean, shooting accuracy has got to be the big one for these boys coming out of this game.
Already at 1 for 4 in this game. Not awful, but also had a lot of free chances and not able to capitalize so far. As Neutrino bops this one back in. This one's going to trickle through. Saved off the line by Vulcan. I don't know what happened to the defense there, but there was nobody there to make that save. And that ball somehow doesn't find its way into the back of the net for a 2-0 lead for the Wizards. And this, right now, Medic, a fairly decent way to try and start that reverse sweep.
Yeah, I mean, you've maintained offensive pressure the whole time. This is something they struggle with, and I'm glad to see the change. They finally are like, okay, we're all going to move upfield, not just one of us. And so they're working together. They've got incredible pressure right now, and it's really burning out the Admirals. But you got to find that last step. You got to find the goal. And so far, struggling to do it is what's let these Admirals stay in this game. But, like you said, really positive change coming out. But better double just goes off the corner. Still, though, buys a lot of pressure resistance now for the Admirals as they start to get something going in. This is where the Wizards struggle.
That is, they almost let in one. Hydroxide backflips, though. Zavy on it with the wave dash, trying to get it through the corner. The shot coming on from Tristan. And that is going to go in. Going to be the 2-0 lead here. As everybody, you could see on that replay, all bunched up at the front post. Not sure what happened there rotationally. Comms possibly lacking there as well. Just an unfortunate situation for the entire Admirals team.
Caught all 3 Admirals looking a little skittish, right, all in the same corner, and it was a credit to Tristan for the dunk, as Xavier almost gets a really good dunk. So you all but secure the game with that. It's a really good possession play. The Admirals have looked a lot slower this game, so credit to the Wizards, right? All that offensive pressure they put on, even though they didn't score, at least they maintained the pressure, and finally were able to score twice. So I'd like to see them do that again and again, and you could, realistically take the series. But with a minute left, not out of it now. You just let the ball float down, and Hydroxide buries this off the pass from Luco.
There's a good pass from Luco as well. Almost, I think, kind of faked the defense out there, and that goal going to go in with 69 seconds on the clock. And that definitely enough time to work with if you are the Admirals trying to complete the sweep. And also, what I think has actually, weirdly enough, built my confidence in this team is if the Wizards take this, it's still a close game, because we've seen it so many times just through playing these series where a team goes up 2-0 and then gets absolutely smacked in game 3 but still comes back and wins it in 4. And I think it's almost encouraging that this has been a close game that the Wizards have won. I think it's a real confidence shift for them instead of just a nervous kind of breakdown in game 3 from this Admirals team as well. With 30 seconds, they still got 1 goal to try and hold on to this win, but we'll see if the Admirals can come back and take it here in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, you do have to consider, though, this often happens when you're down 2 in a best of 5 and you need the 3rd, you'll just, like, YOLO eat it, right? Like, you don't need confidence at that point. You just go. You're like, well, I got to go or we're going to lose. So can you maintain that mental through 5? We're about to find out as Tristan will bury one and secure game 3? Yeah, game 3 for the Wizards. No sweep today.
That was a very nicely choreographed play between Tristan and Xavier.
No, and Luco comes through, takes Vulcan out of the whole situation.
Well, Xavier with the first bump, too, to get that tic-tac-toe of bumps happening there on the back end. Ended up working out. Neutrino gonna spike this one down. Wizards take game 3, and, never since that first game, Tristan, I think, has kind of been a lot better, getting a couple goals in this game, an assist to boot as well. 3 shots for him on the game. He's been pretty good ever since that first game. Not the best performance, but since then.
Yeah, he stepped up. I mean, I don't want to get an angry email later, so I'll just keep it short. He's done better, but what you need, and the reason why this game was pretty close, if you're going to play the Admirals like that and maintain that offensive pressure, this game, in my mind, should have been 5-1. I mean, you had so many opportunities to score. I mean, look at the shot total, right? You went 3 for 9 because you just kept hitting side posts. So I think you need to clean that up. I really like the transition, though, where the Wizards held pressure basically all of this game. There were only a few times that they let the Admirals break out. For the Admirals, though, now it's your turn. You got to make the transition, right? You got stifled on your defensive half over and over and over and over again. And you got saved by the fact that they couldn't shoot it except for on sidebars. So if you're the Admirals, you got to find a way to break out. You found that way in the first 2 games. And so you're going to have to figure something out, change some gameplay style here, get some more downfield bangers, something to try to work it out of your half. Still a match point. So it's still, for the Admirals, if the Wizards take this game, I'm going to give you the hot bold prediction right now. Wizards take this game, I still stick to my original prediction. Wizards will take 5 because the mental will be there. They lose this game, obviously they lose the series.
Let's see if that happens. Indeed, here, game number 4 underway. Hydroxide, does not get the touch. It was off net, though. That could have been very bad. Had that not just missed the net, unfortunately enough. Tristan going to come in there. Neutrino with the demo. Nobody really back. Xavier with the shot. Not going to go in. Although that ball center, nobody on that super quickly. Neutrino going to try and have to be there. I spotted Xavier on that backboard as well, so maybe a little bit of defensive recoil needing to happen here. That ball in the middle. Good early challenge from Neutrino to win that 50 out. And that demo, Xavier pops it in the mid. Can he get another one? No, he can't bump Hydroxide. He gets an unfortunate second touch.
Good bump. Good bump from Hydroxide there.
Ends up being a small little drop pass, and they go back on the offense. Like you said, decent little bump from Hydroxide in the defensive end.
A lot of demos this game, and I actually like that, right? Like changing it up from both teams, getting some demos. I think demos especially when you haven't done them all series, right, they can be so rattling that they drastically change a team's confidence or play style. An opportunity here to score. Good save, though, from Tristan. Comes out and pops it high. At least I think it was Tristan. Might have been Neutrino. Either way, really good save coming out from the Wizards to keep them tied in this one. And Neutrino disconnects.
Oh.
He gone. This is a 2. This is worst case scenario. Wizards have got to hold it. But Vulcan can't get there, so burning so much time off with this ball floating. So
and you know what's even worse about that is that he disconnected at 1 minute and 31 seconds. And the time limit is a minute 30. So they can't restart this game even if they wanted to, because there are no goals on the board.
He's back though, so they don't get punished. And the Admirals didn't do enough to change the mental of the match. They didn't get a close goal line or anything. It was a good defensive possession. Anything, it actually might embolden the Wizards, right? Because you held 2v3, and it wasn't even really like a close 2v3 where you're making a bunch of saves.
Had a decent opportunity near post, almost dribbled it past the defense, but you're totally right. Having that 2v3 for what was probably the like length of twice the length or 3 times the length of a demo, even though that's not a whole lot, that's definitely enough to be able to score, because even a demo can change the tide a lot. But even though it was very short, it was not enough for the offense of the Admirals to get one by or even really gain any momentum from it. And I think that in turn gives the other team here, the Wizards, some momentum as well. We'll see if they can use that here. They're up in the shots category, that being their 4th to 1 of the Admirals. And this one gonna go in. Xavi gonna toss that one in the back of the net, and the Wizards are up 1-0. The comeback has started.
Yeah, and that disconnect actually probably helped Neutrino, because I watched him. He got back in this match, and it was like he had smoked some crack while he was gone. Like, he was like, I gotta make up for not being here, and he just has been yeeting himself after the ball, and it's been working. It has thrown the Admirals off. The gameplay has sped up from the Wizards, right? Like, he found something. He's like, I gotta get back into this one, and it has worked. So they're up 1 now. Minute 40 left. This is dangerous, but where the Admirals games 1 and 2 had a lot of offensive possession, and they shot it a lot, and they felt just like a better, more solid team. They felt a little inconsistent in the past 2, and that is really working the way of the Wizards.
They have a third man on that rotation, a very dangerous
mistouch. And look who doesn't get there. Oh, no.
Neutrino was downfield. Vulcan with the save. Crack man almost got it through there. Oh, the pass. Too fast from Tristan. Xavi not able to connect there. And my goodness, the last minute of this game is going to be very, very intense. The Admirals have picked it up slightly here. The defense holding strong from the Wizards so far. Neutrino shoots one on. Luco with the save. It's a double commit. Xavi with the placement gets it under the defense. And the 2-goal lead now for the Wizards. So huge, leading in the shots category as well, 7-2. They are just straight up playing better than the Admirals right now.
And my hope for the Wizards has gone back up to the maximum hopeology. Here's the thing, for the Admirals, this has been a very disappointing change. It's like they got tired after game 2. There's been, where I talked about Neutrino as a joke, had come into this. Oh my God, Xavier,
that was almost
make
nasty.
Him retire. Where I talked about Neutrino, by virtue of the fact that he had gotten disconnected, comes back in and just starts speed demoning it, right? Which is good. I mean, I like the change. The Admirals are just like, the past 2 games, they're like on autopilot. Like, they barely pressing their W key. I mean, the challenges haven't been there. The speed hasn't been there. None of what we saw that worked the first 2 games have been there. Vulcan sitting back on his defense a lot. They have to play with more urgency, more possession. I know you're 8-0. This match, you probably couldn't care less, but you still want to see some urgency from them. And we saw the first 2 games, and in game 5, all the momentum now is going to be on the Wizards' half, and it's going to be up to the Admirals. They need to score first and break that momentum.
Did the Admirals score in game 3? They did, right?
Yes, one time. One time they did. Kept it within 1, a minute left, but they never were able to score again, and the score was 3-1 by the end of it.
That's still like 6 minutes of scoreless Rocket League now from the Admirals as they get shut out in this one. And Luco with some ping spikes I'm noticing on the board as well. That could also be affecting them. in terms of rotations, and they don't have a sub in today as well, seeing as
Replays is gone.
Hydroxide is playing because Replays is not here today. So
Mhm.
that is unfortunate. Shots 10-2 in this one, goals 2-0 in favor of the Wizards. And again, you were mentioning before the shot percentage for the Wizards rather low at 2 and 10. That's 20%, which is individually fairly low. It's across the league, it's about 30 to 33% in terms of shooting percentage. So 20 in an individual game. In the last game, I think it was also something like 25. So it's still been fairly low. They need a lot of shots to score and a lot of concentrated pressure, and they've only been able to get it on a rare occasion. So I think the Admirals can use that to their advantage, but we'll see what they do.
Yeah, I mean, 2 for 10 is better than 0 for 2, which is what the Admirals were. But I think what I like, the reason I like that scoreline is because the Wizards have drastically changed from games 1 and 2. They have started to shoot it. They started to get offensive pressure. And yeah, it's not been the cleanest, and you're certainly going to want to fix that going forward, obviously, when you play better teams or really good teams. Still, though, it's encouraging. And like I said, all the momentum right now on their side. The Admirals, they need to get back into this one. They need to probably score first to build some momentum and to throw the Wizards off what has been a gravy train for them. And now already, here we go, scoring first. A little bit double commit, doesn't matter. Ball goes in. Beautiful pass comes through here as Neutrino sort of mistouches it. Sorry, that was BM. I thought Luco hit it, but Hydroxide ends up burying it. Good start for the Admirals.
Very good start for the Admirals. Their first goal in something like 6 minutes, just over that even, 6:15. So that's got to be really good to get that monkey off their back. Even if it is a kickoff goal, like, you will take that if you haven't scored in 6 minutes. So here we go. Now, a lot of things feel slightly different in this one. Good save by Neutrino to put that back into the corner, out of harm's way. Tristan looking for the touch, not going to get it. Savvy tries to play patient. Luco gets around. Neutrino goes up off the crossbar to get it. Tristan trying to play up, not going to find his way to the ball. Neutrino pops down, can't get a touch. Savvy upfield to Tristan, can't find the shot. Neutrino going for it as well. This one's slightly over, but Vulcan there touches it back out to the corner. The pinch, recenter, nobody there though. Zavy gonna get back right on this one, push it into the corner. Shot gonna be open for Neutrino, and the defense just absolutely absent for this squad right here. Luco left by himself in the middle of the field after a double commit there, it looked like.
Well, Volka's so fast, he forgot the ball. He wanted the boost and forgot the ball. Defensive mistouch from the Admirals. Obviously, that's not the player you would expect that from either, so that's what's really critical on that one. And credit to the Wizards. You keep yourselves in the game. And, I mean, look at these Admirals. Double committing in their half, looking scared, looking panicky, not getting good clears, not challenging anything first. I mean, this looks like a vastly different team than we saw games 1 and 2. And, that's part of the problem when game 5s, even if you're a good team, you have to learn how to maintain your presence all 5 games. And so far, they started off okay in this one, got the kickoff goal, but it didn't seem like it really helped their mental or their momentum at all. In fact, the Wizards, not fazed by it at all, looking strong here going into the back 3 minutes of this game 5.
Definitely so, and they're going to need to keep that up here. Vulcan trying to solo play himself, not going to find it. Zavy going to turn on this one, not going to beat Hydroxide, though. He's got another touch on it. That one's going to go wide, sadly. Tristan pops it up for himself. Zavy is going to be there for the pass. Touches it into the corner. Can't get a shot angle on that one. This one going to come through the center. Saved out by Vulcan. This one dangerous up the mid, but it's cleared out. Neutrino goes for it in the corner. Vulcan there. Zavy attempts to touch it. Not going to beat Vulcan, though. Tristan with an awkward play. Kind of passes it mid. Neutrino there to clean up the scraps. 4 now. Keeping this thing safe. Team pinch from Luco and Hydroxide into the corner. Not going to create a whole lot. Luco staying in for 25 boost. Enough to get that shot off. Hydroxide just barely missing. Vulcan puts it right into Neutrino. He had half of that net wide open. Great patient play by Zavy. He puts it over the bar as a pass. Nobody there immediately. And Vulcan going to be able to touch that out wide. And now they will come rebounding the other way. Wizards seem to have a lot of pressure here. That demo's good, and Luco whiffs!
You forgot the ball!
But so did the Wizards. They didn't go for it.
You know, yeah. What I like from the Wizards, at least so far, is they're each doing what needs to be done, whether it's pretty or not. You saw that save from Tristan being the big one, right? He could have missed it. He could have not touched it, and that was a goal for the Admirals. Even though it wasn't the cleanest save, he gets the save, buys time for Neutrino to get back in the net, and he will make the second save. So Wizards are looking good because it might not be the prettiest gameplay, but it is certainly working, and they're getting done what they need to get done. And whereas, you know, that basically the Admirals got given one there off the miss from Luco, just that nobody challenged from the Wizards.
Shot on off the bar. Neutrino coming off the wall awkwardly, but no shot will come on. 80 seconds left in this game. Shots in this one, 5-4 for the Admirals. Looking a lot better. Saving own goals!
Neutrino's sharing his crack, and we can see the difference as Xavier leaves the match. Neutrino been sharing that crack around, and it affects people differently. I guess nobody told them. Incredible shot, right? Just wrong net. That's rough. Now, Xavier, it's all fun and games, but you need to get back in this match, Xavier, because now your team's down a player on kickoff.
He's back, but the kickoff is huge because that was Xavier's kickoff to go for if he had been there too.
Well, now, what are the Wizards made of? You're down one off your own thing. You have to score here. Opportunities are knocking, but a double will buy a lot of time for the Admiral. But a miss? What? Okay, this is still dangerous both ways. Now Xavier back downfield. Tristan has the one, and they score it.
Shot!
What is happening? What is happening? Everybody's just making mistakes, but credit to Tristan. I said he needed to step up. Beautiful shot to tie it up.
Oh, great vision to stay upfield there. 47 seconds on the clock. This thing is tied. Xavier looking a little bit rattled. Hopefully that goal will bring him back to reality. Vulcan with the shot almost gets the flip reset pass. Neutrino goes for it. Ever since Xavier left, he's been looking a little bit more antsy, though. I'd be concerned if this thing goes into overtime for the Wizards. Xavier tries to get the pass down to Tristan. He gets a touch, but it's not on target. Neutrino is there, looks for a pass. Nobody can turn. Vulcan tries to take it down, pops this one over. Neutrino looking to try and get after it. Luco is there, though. Xavier holds up, side flip shot going over the bar, but it's a pass. The demo Vulcan shot off the post.
Oh my God. Oh my God. 0 to hero to 0. That's what we just saw for the Admirals there. But they're still looking strong and spicy.
Vulcan is able to touch it up here. Xavier is up early. He whiffs this one down. Luco looking for a double, possibly. He puts it off.
Hercules, no. Hercules, no.
There's no way.
The Admirals are getting given this game by Xavier.
From Tristan as well. Neutrino able to back him up on the double commit, luckily. Luco pops it up. Xavier gets a touch. Not a great one. Tristan forced to stay back. It's his ball, though. He's got time, but no boost.
This game is being given to the Admirals by Xavier, and the Admirals consistently are like, you know what? I don't want to win like that. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Off the post twice.
The post. Xavier, no. Xavier's the collapse of Xavier. You're seeing the demise of a man right live on stream and on camera. Someone help him, please. Oh, no.
Pass through the mid. No support, though. That's got to go in. That's free.
Anyone? This game's free. Anyone want to win it? Both teams are giving it to you. It's there for the taking. What has happened?
I don't know. Neutrino up for that. Gets it over Luco, but barely. Tristan going up the wall. Tries to get the pass. Hydroxide. Good positioning. Not letting it through just yet. Vulcan double committing in that corner. Nobody back post. Could have been dangerous. Good clear from Luco on that front post. Going up the wall. 1.5 minutes into this absolute chaos of an overtime. Oh, that 50 is
Somebody got to get there. Somebody got to get there.
Staying in midfield. Nobody really wanting that possession. Keeping it in midfield. That 50, the epitome of how this game has gone. Both teams saying, no, you win. And nobody really taking it. Neutrino is the last back. He loses that 50, though. But Xavier is going to be able to get back. Tries to get possession. Gives it away to Vulcan. Is there someone there? Yes. Tristan sends it to the corner. Luco back out in front. Hydroxide not positioned well enough for that.
Feels backflip. Yeah, he was too far forward, so he felt backflip, man. This is just back and forth. Both teams have had opportunities. I feel like it's gone the way of the Admirals, but they just haven't quite been able to bury it yet. Either team's game to lose or win right now. Oh, the demo. That would have been clutch from Luco.
That bump would have been so clutch. You're right. If he'd been able to get it, Tristan whiffs. Xavi going for the corner touch. Tristan tries to get it again. No. Vulcan centers it. Nobody there. Luco passes it off to Hydroxide, but decides to take it himself after it's misread. Xavi can't get a touch. Tristan bangs it down. Hydroxide in bad position. And Tristan wins it in overtime. The reverse sweep for the Wizards is complete. After 2.5 minutes of pure chaos, the Wizards complete the reverse sweep. And ladies and gentlemen, Independent League no longer has an undefeated team. Both the Admirals and the Beavers fall in game day 9 to 8-1. And the playoffs just got a lot more interesting.
I'll be back. I need some hard liquor after that one. Jeez.
I need some water. My vocal cords are fried.
So, congrats to the Wizards. You hold out and you put it downfield and you don't end Xavi's career. Because I'm pretty sure if they'd have lost it, Xavi would have been like, see you guys, I'm going to go become a Valorant main instead, because that game doesn't require the skill. Like, jeez. So they pull it out, but the Admirals threw. They had so many opportunities they didn't score. And then in the end, Luco, every time they had such good midfield presence, except for the fact that every time Luco was third man, his booty was facing the Wizards' goal. He was driving away. He's like, Admiral's net, here I come. Every single time. Ball gets cleared to him, and he's got to turn around in what I call the slowest snail 180 I've ever seen. Like, what is he doing? So either way, the Wizards will get that downfield clear because he's backwards. And then it's just a good pump downfield goes the Wizards' way. I mean, congrats to the Wizards. You brought it back, you had the mental, and you reverse sweeped on stream. That takes a lot of mental. Congrats, you won it. But I just... do the Wizards enter the top team conversation? I want to ask you that question because for me, no. That was too close of a series.